project. We just finished staging. It's time for you to see it. We brought in natural elements and lots of layered neutrals. We've got a lot of oatmeal and tan and linens. We brought in some green touches to touch on the outside. The owners used brass as their metal, so we brought in some accents that are brass, but we didn't want to overdo it, so we also brought in some matte black and whites. So Jen, you've probably staged what, like 500, 600 homes?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, this is a common layout that we do. The thing that's different about this one is that you can walk all the way around it. Usually we've got walls or windows right up against, and we actually use a little bit of oversized furniture in here because the room's so big it can handle it. But I think this is really great for conversation, for viewing different viewpoints, but really honestly, that view of the kitchen, and I mean like of all of this, is just so pretty.
That's the wow factor. But I do think this is a type of home that really has to be staged to show it off too, in particular, because it's just a big wide open space. And until you define it with furniture, a lot of people come in and just feel kind of like lost or don't understand where would I put stuff. But putting the furniture in this big empty space, we've created a dining area and created a living area just with furniture and rugs.
There we go, showing you how to live in the house that you're gonna love. This was a fun coincidence.
Yeah.
This is the first time we're using this piece of art, and I know you and Matt specifically asked for art and not a television, even though a television could go here. So I wanted something that also felt rectangular and didn't take away from the stone, because I felt like the stone was already beautiful and art in itself. And I love the way that this goes with the hearth, and this is not a hearth.
Mantle, yeah.
Mantle, I guess it's the hearth too. It's the same thing. I think it looks so pretty, and I mean, all of the stones and everything that you guys picked.
Well, and Matt, a lot of this was Matt. Matt definitely decided to go with real stone. A lot of times we use a stone veneer product that looks very similar, but this house has everything, the most authentic natural materials as possible. Just, it does something to, I think instinctively we can feel how solid, earthy materials make you feel, and this house makes you feel warm and comfortable.
Agreed. And the shelf styling here, really, if you lived here, you could fit a ton more on here if you needed it for practical use. But people typically use shelves for like fun, pretty stuff. And we brought all the fun, pretty stuff, and you did a great job styling these. I'm glad you came back along on this one, because you technically, I mean, I know you tell people you don't work here anymore, but you are still on payroll, right? Because I kept you on so I could see your name there.
Yeah, for the fun houses, I get to come.
You get to come back for the Matt and Jen houses. Are you team chop a pillow or don't chop a pillow?
I still like a pillow chop. I know it's not what the fanciest people are doing. I like it because it shows that it's feather, and I think I like a mix. Some chopped, some less chopped.
Maybe the ones in the very front, the show pillows chopped, and the rest not.
Yeah. In my own house, I do chop them every so often.
Yeah, I think that it just kind of can get out of hand.
Oh yeah.
When you chop it so much that the corners are like almost touching, like.
Yeah. Right. Oh yeah.
Like we don't want that. No.
No one's sitting on a couch that has pillows like that. I like a mild.
Show me your mild chop.
Like I like just kind of a little indentation.
Okay.
Where it just, to me, that's like, oh look, it's a feather pillow. It's not a fake pillow.
Primary bedroom. We usually don't stage spare bedrooms, but the people who are buying the house are going to want to see the room that's just for them, and you guys made that really special. They have their own kind of wing of the house. You know, one thing that some stagers do, and I don't know how they do it, is they use live plants.
Right. It seems like you could just do it for an open house, and then you'd have to switch it out for faux. Because otherwise, it's not going to last more than a week, right?
But I think they have like indoor plants, like and trees.
Oh, like live.
Yeah, like the like the really good stagers, like the big time, big city stagers.
Yeah.
But for faux, These look good. I like them.
They look very real and springy.
Now you have a tub at your house, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have one. Do you have something
I have a
next to your
little
tub?
side table, yep, and we have a plant and candle and all the cute little things.
And I wanted to show that here because when you're in the tub, you're kind of helpless.
Yeah.
But if you have a place to put something,
Yeah.
there we go. I guess you have a ledge here. And then Maddie had the great idea of bringing a vintage rug, which
Gorgeous.
I posted about today and love because it's pattern and texture and interest, and the color happens to go perfectly.
She picked the perfect color.
She really did. And then you've got all the stone again. The actual bedroom. This room is huge. We could have actually brought an Alaskan king, which we don't have in storage. But the room is big, the trim is beautiful, and I think when people walk in, again, it's just gonna feel massive and like we've got plenty of space.
I love how big it is and how it's a dark color, so it stands out against all the white bedding and the white bed. Beautiful. Good choice.
And the honey in the nightstands matches the kind of honey color in the bathroom. And then we layered rugs to kind of have a larger footprint and then some pattern on top. This room feels real good.
Boutique hotel.
There you go. There you go. Okay, I think the last space we have is the loft upstairs. Okay, so if you're the kids of the home,
Yeah.
you got some extra bedrooms up here. Hangout space.
Hanging out space with all your friends. Very fun. So they can come and make a mess up here and your downstairs still looks great.
That's right. You got another television, seating area, and a game table. We're gonna have a snack.
Yes. Poker night.
And in here we kind of brought in a little bit more movement and interest here. Everything's real big and white, so having a dark pattern on the wall helps break everything up. And then Maddie picked the perfect pillows
Yeah.
to go with this. Yeah, this is a fun space. And if you have little kids, I mean, think of the possibilities. You could do a teepee and an activity table and gymnastics on the floor.
What are your favorite kinds of houses to stage?
I would say either like a new home that's fresh or those really unique fun homes. And this is probably just the whole you want what you don't have. You know, if you have straight hair, you want curly hair. And if you stage transitional homes all the time, you want to stage a mid-century home.
Yeah.
So those fun, you know, either really modern or dark and masculine homes, you know, just something, I think it's just fun, the mix up.
It is fun to have the variation. And my favorite houses to stage were always the historic old homes in Fresno. There were all these old homes that hadn't been touched in like 50, 100 years. And we got to go in and putting in new furniture into homes like that. It was amazing how cool they ended up looking.
Yeah, and those are like the one-of-a-kind homes.
The one of a kind, yeah.
Yeah.
We have had several people, we've had a lot of really good feedback.
Okay, great. What are some of the things that they're liking? I'm sure size, openness, newness.
Yeah, I think that honestly the finishes and the selections, I think people are really happy with. Just feeling again like it's timeless. You could almost put in any style of furniture in here because the background is so neutral. It's like you could make this more modern, you could make it more traditional, because I think the kitchen and the fireplace, everything it's kind of neutral.
And timeless.
It's not a specific time period,
Yeah. Well, you guys built a beautiful home.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us along on it and letting us stage. And it was fun having you back.
Thank you.
We've been staging for 10 years, and we didn't really have a recipe of how to do it at the beginning. And so it was all trial and error and do what we think is best. And as far as art goes, we have a huge selection of art, but some of it we maybe don't use a lot. And I've found that oversized art is necessary for staging to fill large spaces, but it's hard to find. And when you find really good oversized art, it can be really expensive. I've started making my own art. I definitely don't make all of the art. Wouldn't have enough time or energy to do that. And there are a few different types of art that I like to make. The first is abstract art because it's abstract. It doesn't have to be of a specific thing. It's just big and movement, and it's the easiest. And so basically, if I like the colors in it, and then maybe add in some texture with baking soda or some other element, then that abstract piece I can usually use in a lot of different homes. The second type of art that I like to make are landscapes, and I know those have really made a big boom lately. And so neutral landscapes with watercolor, those are usually smaller pieces that I make, maybe medium size, and we frame those, and those are just pretty to have, and again can go in a wide range of homes. And the last one that I most recently started making are the citrus sketches. So this is like kitchen art, and it's a black and white, or it's more of like a beige and charcoal, and you're just drawing fruit trees or parts of fruit trees and adding it to a kitchen. So those are kind of the fun pieces that I like to make, and the abstract pieces are the oversized ones that maybe get different colors. There's a set of pieces in this home that I actually really love. They're two different colors. One's like a charcoal blue, and the other one's a grayish olive, and I basically just made some odd shapes that are not identical, but that they go together, and as a set, they're so pretty. They can be hung horizontally, vertically. You could use one on its own, and these are, I'm not making them to sell, so it's just to use in staging, so it's like just an added creative bit to the staging process.
How does creating the art make you feel?
Well, I would definitely consider myself in my element when I'm creating anything. So I get into a groove. I have to be in the mood. I have to be basically empty house, not all the kids around, and I need big open space, because these pieces are not just like a paint it and it's done. It's like paint it. Okay, come back, add this color. Okay, what if we use a trowel and some putty? Okay, what if we tape it off and do a shape on top? So I need space, I need time, and I need loud music, and it's very, very enjoyable. Even better if it's not hot. Not all of the art that I make can go in any home, but the more modern homes can get the abstract pieces, the more traditional homes can get the landscape pieces. But even still, some homes you can mix and match and add in all of them. And just seeing a custom look that you can't buy at a big box store feels really luxurious to me. The oversized pieces feel special, and because we kind of reuse a natural and neutral color palette, we're able to use them often, and they really fill in and make a space luxurious. My grandma was an artist. She painted. She loved to paint ocean views and her children, and she also painted her grandchildren. And so I think that I get some of my artistic side from her. She never really taught me anything about art, but she just has that natural creativeness in her. My mom also is super creative. We couldn't afford Barbie furniture, so she would make all our Barbie furniture. It was like 100 times better than the actual Barbie furniture, and it was like hot glue and leftover fabric and cardboard. So I think it's important for kids to be creative and to, just explore creating things, even if it's just for yourself. And it's just a joy and a passion.